Obsequy, death of art. It's you, Pisces. You're the only one left before I start the other signs. This is my Venus sign. We are going to use the Rackham Tarot. I decided to pull decks that are unconventional, but are also decks that I haven't used for a long time, and are also decks I can shuffle. So we're going to do it. And so I'm going to, because they're loosely based on the Rider-Waite, I'm going to need to, you know, you would think after 20 some years, what is it, 24 years of doing this, that I would know the numerical range of major arcana. No, I still need to do it. And so if they don't look like them, I'm going to have to. Everything you need to know is in the description box. And because you're watching tarot, I also assume that you believe in esoteric things. And so if I hear ringing on the right, it means that I'm getting messages from people I know that have passed on. And if I hear ringing on the left, that means I'm getting messages from my spirit guides. Everything you need to know is in the description box, and if it doesn't resonate, that's not my problem, that's your problem. You can also check out your rising moon and Venus sign for additional messages. You can find out how to calculate your rising moon and Venus on a place like Cafe Astrology by getting your natal chart. You'll need to know the time that you were born in order to do so, especially for your rising sign, which changes every 2 hours. No Place to Hide by Korn. Promises by the Cranberry. Woo! Ooh, that was a flurry. We had a whole bunch of stuff that wanted to come out of the deck here during the shuffle. Feelings about promises. Feelings about promises. What else? Let's go. Keep going. We're just shuffling right now. It's okay. It's okay. Don't panic. This is your August general reading. I appreciate the patience. I know that you're like the last sign to go, and I know it's not like conventional. This is your also come fucking hell or high water read from Calgary. I'm done with the Midwest. I'm the West Coast girl. How are things on the West Coast? Ooh, I just got it over here. How are things on the West Coast? I hear you're moving really fine. Yeah. The Heinrich Maneuver by Interpol. I hear you move like a dove. Those shoes you wear make you move like a dove. I wanted to get some decks that I could shuffle smoothly. That was the other thing when I pulled decks. I mean, it wasn't super intentional, but at the same time, I was like, huh. I wanted to get decks that weren't going to be like clunky. I didn't want to get things that were going to be like stupid or hard to shuffle. We're doing Rackham Tarot. You don't know what it is? It's this guy here. This one. I like it. It's got some really good Renaissance art. But it is a little less than conventional. It's not like super... It's loosely based on the Rider-Waite. So it's not always super intuitive. Pisces. Twist for fairness, as we always do. Everything you need to know is in the description box. I do not offer personal readings. When I do, if I do, it will be something that I announce, but I don't anticipate that I'm going to do that. Let's get started. We're going to do past, present, future spread, 6 cards, 6 cards, 6 cards for you. In the past for you, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you need to know anything else and it doesn't resonate, please check out your Rising, Moon, and Venus sign for additional messages. Let's do it. I'm going to try to be super unbiased and not even look at this because this is my Venus sign. How are things on the West Coast? I hear you moving real fine. Wear those shoes like a dove. We had a flipper, but we have one. Ooh, we have 3 that have got it on the table as well. We're going to read 3 first. We have the High Priestess. That's you. That's you. In the upright. Following your intuition, a secret intuition, connecting with yourself, but from an intuitive space, knowing what is true to yourself, following what is true to yourself, doing so from an intuitive space, highly intuitive space. Secondly, the Traveler. 8, no, 9. 9. The Hermit, yeah. Going inwards, connecting with yourself, understanding what your personal truth is. Virgo energy here. Seeking a deep inner truth. I mean, it is kind of from a 3, 2, and 9. 3, 2, and 9. 3, 2, and 9. 3 times 3 is 9. So you've connected with somebody else who is a 3 life path number. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It could be that you did connect with somebody else who is a 3 life path number, and it triggered a deep personal truth that you needed to look into and figure out for yourself. But there is deep illumination here. You've went inward to recognize a personal truth of your own that you had to. By the way, I've still kept this here, just so you know. It's still here. It's still here. And we're going to retain that. Okay? But there is a personal truth that you have sought. The Seeker. The Seeker. The Seeker by Pink Floyd. The Seeker by many different artists have a song called The Seeker, but it's about seeking that inner truth, going backwards into yourself to understand what your deep personal inner truth is and how to follow that to its maximum. Virgo energy. I'm telling you, you're going back to Virgo season to understand better why it ended up the way that it did. Almost like you had to go backwards to move forwards. Yeah. And then we have the 4 of Cups in the upright, in fact. In the past, where you had almost like a match from the divine that was coming towards you in an emotional sense, but you were refusing to accept it because you were in a period of grief, abandonment, loss. You needed to go within and understand the loss of the past and the personal truth from that, and the deep inner knowing from that High Priestess, your secrets, your intuition, in order to move forward and finally accept the cup from the divine. Because normally what we have with our 4 of Cups is we have 3 cups that we are sitting there looking at like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then we have a cup that is being reached to us from the divine, and it's like, this is yours, it's meant to be, but we're like, I don't even notice it because I'm so focused on things that I've lost. You needed to understand the deeper knowing in the past in order to recognize what was being extended to you from the divine. You need to recognize something. You need to notice something about yourself. What we have next? The Four of Swords. Quiet repose, healing. Healing had to happen in the recent past. Quiet repose meditation. A time for yourself to go inward, to ground, to center, to have a moment, have a quick minute to kind of figure out your stuff for yourself. Understand what is your personal truth, right? It's very true, especially here with this combination of cards. Don't worry, we'll read dignities as we drag down. But grounding and centering and understanding your personal truth. 2 4s here. Why is it that you, in the past, were not able to recognize what was being extended to you from the divine? Probably because you needed to exercise healing. And what it meant what something from the divine actually was. You couldn't recognize it for what it was because you hadn't healed yet. What else in the past for us, Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Oh, that was easy. 2 of Wands in the reverse. No further delay. So once you come out of this healing, the quiet repose, the meditation, the thoughts about all of this in the recent past, you have a sense of, you know what, I have delayed it long enough. It is time for action. It's time for me to move forward. No more sitting there surveying the land. I'm over this. I'm not going to sit here forever and do this thing where I just watch from the sidelines. I can't do that forever. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to lose out on what is meant for me. Watching forever and ever and ever. There's a rush of energy that comes through for you. That's way the hell too many. Sorry. Sleight of hand. Sleight of hand. Sleight of hand. Magician energy. Sleight of hand. Tricks. Not you. Somebody else. Somebody else wanted to make, like, they were fooling you into thinking it was just whatever. It wasn't just whatever. They saw you? Yeah. They saw you and they knew who you were. They recognized you for what you were. We have Knight of Cups energy in the reverse. So in the past, somebody was not willing to come towards you with poetic romanticism. They saw that you were going through a healing period. They saw that you needed to go through some quiet repose here. They saw that you were connecting with yourself and that you need to exercise self-love, and therefore they were not willing. You might have been guns a-blazing over something, and you might have been eager. Because they saw your eagerness, they were not willing to. This is interesting, and this is very unique because normally I see the opposite of this. I'm seeing somebody who normally have been, let me tell you here. Oh, I want to pick up all of these cards, but I'm going to just pick up the last 3. Okay? So, 4 of Swords. I need to heal. I need introspection. I need a minute to meditate over my losses, my heartbreak. But then I am super eager to move forward. Oh, I'm itchy now. Yeah. And if you know anything about tarot, anytime anybody gets an itchy nose, that means something. But then we have, I'm just going to hold back on that romanticism, that action forward, that poeticism, because you know what? You still need a minute. You think you're going to come in guns a-blazing, passionate, action forward? No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not ready. Somebody else has decided in the recent past that you're not ready for this. You're not ready for the romantic action moving forward, for that poeticism. They're not. You are not ready, and they've decided you're not ready. In the present, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. One shot out. Ace of Wands in the reverse. This is the matchstick of the matchstick of the divine. Lack of inspiration, lack of creative drive. This is a lack of passionate action moving forward, lack of beginning, in a sense. There's a lack of action moving forward, the lack of drive towards something. You're just not feeling inspired to move towards something in the present. Tell me more. Intuitively, it's not your inner truth to just move towards anything. Just two? Okay, cool. That makes it easy for me. Because it would be impulsive. You don't want to be impulsive. You don't want to be impulsive. Somebody is impulsive towards you, though. You see the impulsivity, Gemini energy. But you secretly know. You secretly know with that High Priestess and the Virgo card above it with the Hermit. You secretly know that somebody is impulsively moving towards you, but is it in your best interest or their best interest to do so? The World card, 21. You know there's an ending of a cycle that would be impending. An impending ending. If you were to impulsively move towards something too quickly. There might also be, I haven't seen any cards to be indicative of fear, but there is a sense of fear here. That if you were to impulsively move towards something, and that's why there's the lack of inspiration towards it, that you're kind of lackadaisical. It's like other people are guns and blazing, but you're not, because you know that people who are impulsive in their action is just kind of going to fizzle out. By the way, this one, yeah. If I already see it coming. I already see it coming with this Ace of Wands in the reverse. So what happens when we have an Ace of Wands in the reverse? We have a matchstick of the divine that isn't right in its place, to begin with. And so if it doesn't already have the right intention behind it, what happens with it? It fizzles out. Impulsive action followed by the World card? Yeah. And that's why in the past you were, this is like kind of like a merry-go-round of crazy, even though the World card isn't in the reverse. Because in the past we have the Four of Cups in the upright, which is, yeah, I've seen it all before. There's always an offer that comes in, an offer that comes in, an offer that comes in. But the offer from the divine doesn't, doesn't fizzle out. It's constant. It has that. I want you all, this is something that all of these social media platforms do not get you to look up. Google constancy. See what that means. Constancy is something that is never changing. It's always the same, no matter what happens. And it's something that you haven't been able to see. You're meditating on it. You're meditating on why things end for you. Why it's almost like impulsivity in the beginning is a precursor to a lack of constancy in relationships. Like, you know that if somebody comes in guns blazing in the present, that it's going to be a lack of constancy in the end. What else? Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, somebody. Okay, but you're manifesting something. Magician energy. Is this necessarily manifesting? I don't know that that's the case. I feel like this is not manifestation energy. Sometimes I see it as manifestation energy, and that's a massive buzzword when it comes to the magician. Let's look at this for a second, because it's also Pandora's box. She wants all of these things, and when she unlocks it, she gets all of these things. But at the same time, are they all the things that she wants? In addition to that, it's also about mastery. Mastery over the elements, mastery over oneself. Can you master yourself to hold out for what is best for you? Because we have it beneath the Four of Swords, which is about quiet repose, meditation practices. And then also the dignities surrounding it are that of the Four of Cups, which is about not only having those 3 cups in front of you, but also having the cup from the divine being extended out to you. But you're so fixated on grief, abandonment, and loss that you don't even notice the cup from divine being extended out to you. And then the 2, it's like there's impatience there. Are you mastering yourself in order to hold out in the future for what is meant for you? Right? What else? No, that's too many. It's just too many. All of these are too many. No. Holding out for the right time. Metric, holding out. Holding out for the right time. Is it my time? Never unwinds. Somebody's growing impatient because they feel like they've always held out. They've always held out. They hold out, holding out for the right time. Is it my time? Never unwinds. There's a lot of infinite language in that song. Always, never, always, never. Nobody ever always is anything, and nobody ever nevers anything. But you might be in the present experiencing a feeling of, I always this, I never that, blah, 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 blah. You never anything, and you never always anything. Kill that noise. Because there's a finite language in doing that to yourself. And karma, hey, you know, as a Capricorn sun, I am ruled by time and I'm ruled by karma, and I will tell you. Everything starts out with thought. Then when it evolves to language, then the karma evolves as well. And when we start saying things like, I always this, I never that, it starts to actually become not just thought energy, it becomes language energy, and therefore it becomes that much more powerful. Nobody ever always is anything, and nobody ever nevers anything. That's super finite. You're putting limits on yourself by doing so. Holding out for the right time. When is it my time? It never arrives. Okay. in the present, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Ooh, it's fun. There's passionate action happening towards you at this time. Somebody is charging towards you with passionate action, whether you like it or not. So while you're sitting here saying, nothing ever happens for me, holding out for the right time never arrives. When is it my time? Now. Now. Now it is your time. You're impatient over this with the Two of Wands in the reverse in the past, and this Two of the Knight of Cups in the reverse in the past, and all of this other shit around you. You've been manifesting this. You got passionate action that is heading for you now. Somebody is charging towards you, passionate action. Sagittarian, Aries, Leo energy, passionate, coming towards you, telling you, I want you. I want this. It's happening now. It's happening. It's happening. Is this really happening? It's happening. It's happening. Idiotech by Radiohead. Is this really happening? It's happening. Who's in the bunker? Who's in the bunker? Fuck. Anyway, point is, I'm telling you, somebody is passionately riding towards you. They want you, and they're coming towards you, and they're telling you. And not only are they telling you because it's not a page, they are riding towards you. It's action. They're taking the action in the present. Tell me more, Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. They're doing. They're not saying, they're doing. After meditation on it and impatience and holding back and not saying and not doing the poetic, romantic things, they've manifested this. They've manifested this. So this is something that they believe they've manifested as well with the Magician energy. It's not just something that you brought into the real world through your own action and self-mastery, but it's something that they have as well. Who's in the bunker? Who's in the bunker? Women and children first. Somebody is rescuing you. There's a rescuer energy to this. There's pride in the fact that they're coming in and rescuing you, and that actually lights a fire under their ass. Could be. Two. The Devil. The Devil and the Page of Cups in the reverse. Okay. Well, this is going to be fun to try and read, I'll tell you. Devil, Capricorn energy. Temptation. Mastery over all that is built upon the earth. Good food, good sex, good wine. Somebody might actually feel like passion action is coming towards you because you embody for them comforts, earthly comforts that they cannot articulate when it comes to poeticism, but they certainly know that it makes them feel good. They can't communicate with you from that earthly standpoint, though. Right now there's a disconnect in between what they can give and what they can do. With that Page of Pentacles. What they can do and what they can give. What they can say and what they can give. It's like there's a block. Yeah, there's a block here. They can take the action towards you, but what, so the Page of Pentacles is normally a peace offering, a timepiece, something that is a message or is something of worth on the communication plane. They can't articulate it, but they know that it's passionate and they know that it's worth something on this earthly plane, something that they can build upon, and there's temptation associated with it, and they feel compelled to take action towards it in a place where in the past they felt already if not you, also them, that they felt compelled to take action towards, and they were impatient about doing so. They cannot be poetic about it. They can't be emotional about it because it's too earthy. It's not watery. It's earthy. It makes them feel sinful, but in a good way. There's something of worth that they cannot explain or convey or give. They can't, okay, sorry. In the present, sorry, I got it now. They cannot communicate to you or give to you or present to you something tangible. But what they can do, because they can't wait any longer, what they can do is they can take action. So it's the effort that they can provide to you. They may not be able to provide you with a thing, but they can provide you with the effort. So you might see on social media a lot of times people say effort equals interest. So think about it in terms of effort versus material, because that's what I'm seeing here, is that they see something here that is tempting them, that is luring them in, that is mesmerizing them. They see everything that is good, that has been built upon the earth, that is tempting, that has been, and alluring, that has been built upon the earth, that is earthy and is also of value, that has been built on the earthly plane. And the reason I say that is because the devil is not about evil things. It is about things that are built on the earthly plane. They cannot provide you with something tangible or even, communicative when it comes to the tangible, the material. But what they can do is they can offer you the action. They can offer you the effort. They can offer you the action and some sort of effort. They just simply cannot provide you with the material sense. They can offer you the energy. They can't offer you the material sense. That's not to be discounted. So many people are able to offer you. Let me tell you, we live in a world of material things, and people can offer you all the fucking money in the world. They cannot offer you the effort. They cannot offer you the time. As somebody with love languages that are physical touch and quality time, people will offer you money. People will offer you words, but people cannot offer you their time, and people cannot offer you their energy. And when somebody is willing to, it's literally translated here in the cards, somebody is willing to offer you their energy and their action. And they're doing so in the present to try and build something on the earthly plane. Yeah, on the earthly plane. I got a creek over here. I never get creeks in my cabinets. That's interesting. Somebody is trying to do that for you at this time, as opposed to giving you lovely words and bullshit. They're trying to give you the energy and the effort instead of a bunch of poetic bullshit in the future for you, Pisces. Fuck, that was easy. What do we got? Oh, 3. That's great. 6 of Wands. Victory homecoming in the future for you. Victory homecoming. It's now or never. She's coming home forever. Vermilion. Slipknot. That was so immediate for me. It's now or never. She's coming home forever. She's dressed in all the rings of past vitalities. So fragile, yes, so devious. She is home to me. And then she is now or never. She's coming home forever. Is this the sun? I think it's the sun. Give me a sec. I told you I was going to have to look up the Roman numerals because it's unconventional. Look at this. 19, card 19. Is it the sun? Your Comte de Jean. It is the fucking sun. During Leo season, it's now or never. She's coming home forever. Splendor, the sun. There is something here where there's a victory, homecoming, absolutely. A wish coming true, a fulfillment, absolute fulfillment. Splendor, warmth, by incubus, the warmth. Don't let the world bring you down. Not everyone here is that fucked up and cold. Remember why you're here and why you're alive. Experience the warmth before you grow cold. There's victory here in the future during Leo season. That's really soon. That's really soon. It's also a wish come true. I always used to do this. And the reason I would do this was because, oh yeah, you always blow all the things off the dandelion. Who the fuck knows if any of them are going to land back on you? And if they do, great. That means your wishes come true. That means your wishes come true. The sun, here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. With the 9 of Cups in the reverse, there's still a need to remind you of self-love. And maybe that's why the ending is still impending. It's a reminder not to let go of your self-love and relinquish of another. It's about self-sacrifice. Self-sacrifice for the wish and the victory. What are you willing? What is the price of getting your wish? It cannot be self-love. So that's important. But this doesn't mean that you don't get it if you decide to still love yourself. It just means you have to set healthy boundaries, of course. What else for you, Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay. 2. Okay, there's crossroads. X will mark the place. There's something that you're not seeing here. You know, the 2 of Swords is always somebody who has a swords crossed in front of them and a blindfold on, not willing to see something. So you're so empowered about this with the Magician and with the Knight of Wands and with the World. Wholeness, completion. You're not willing to see where something is closed out, where you need to put things past things to bed. You're not willing to let go past things. Not willing to let go of things that no longer serve you. You can't see, where you end and I begin. Where I end and you begin. X will mark the place, right? With that independence and the with emotional independence in the reverse. Where I end and you begin. Not willing to acknowledge where one person begins and another person ends. It's like a codependency. It's like you have to be totally encumbered by somebody else's being in order to be a part of the union, because they've come in and they've done something in the past. This is in the future. What is the crossroads? I don't know. I'm not going to impartiality yet. It's an invitation for impartiality. This is in the reverse. So this is an invitation for... No, this isn't in the reverse, is it? It isn't. This is our Queen of Swords. And this is an invitation for impartiality. This is general Libra season. So this is going to be mid-September to mid-October, where you're going to be invited to look at impartiality, unbiased intellectual pursuits, but also where you need to look at things from an unbiased standpoint, where you need to be intellectual instead of sitting in emotional energy. Where we have reached that fork in the road with that Two of Swords, where we have to decide, do I want to live in emotional energy or intellectual energy? And you've decided here to live in intellectual energy. Where am I feeling too much and not thinking enough? Right? It's also a time for you to turn away from emotional pursuits and more towards intellectual pursuits. So if you've been focusing a lot on your romantic world, it's more important for you to look at your intellectual world at that point, at that juncture. What else for Pisces? One more. One more. I did this during Libra's reading too, was it 5? 7. 5th and 6th, 5th and 6th of October. That's too many. That's too many flippers. No. September, October. It'll be October 5th and 6th for you. What do I got? $16. 16, what's after the devil? No, that's not. That's 14. Sorry. Before the devil. Temperance. Sagittarian season, yeah. This is Scorpio season then, because we have... Sorry, this is spinning on me. In between Libra season and Sagittarian season, we have Scorpio season. So in between the two of these, you have a need for patience, a need for temperance, a need for balancing, a need for figuring out your shit, settling down, healing, higher education, travel even perhaps, but unbiased, careful forethought, intellectual pursuits, understanding where emotion and intellect need to come into balance with each other, because you're in a state of shock after we have effort, passionate effort that has come in for you, because you have a pull in the present because of your own temptation and because of what you have built upon the earth and what you can offer somebody that is of a material sense. And that doesn't necessarily mean material in and of itself like money. It means like the imbibing of indulgence that the devil invites, right? So how do you get equilibrium there? I feel there's a gaining of equilibrium that happens during Scorpio season. And that's where we're at. Said the cat. I'm not going to clarify. What we have here as overall energy is the Six of Cups in reverse. There is a fear. Because I've been in my head, your Comte de Jeanne. So Son by Rammstein. So we go, 1, 2, 3, fear. Fear is actually 4, but fear in English is fear, right? What we're afraid of. We're afraid we're not going to get our wish, our deep-seated childhood wish. Something that we have looked at since childhood. Something that's always been ours because we always held it dear to our chest with the Six of Cups. This is something big and deep. And as you as Pisces well know, the reason that Pisces is a Pisces is because any time that anybody tries to catch the fish, it swims to the deeper depths where nobody can trap it. Out of fear. And so when somebody reaches for you for the emotionality, when somebody tries to capture something out of you to the depths, out of fear, there's a sense of fear here. That something isn't going to happen. It's happening. It's happening. This is really happening. It's happening. It's happening for you. And I think you're scared. Does that mean we get to just deny it? No. Does that mean we get to not talk about it? Perhaps. Because we don't want to jinx it? Okay. But doesn't mean that we get to deny swimming with the current. Maybe if you want to smash yourself against rocks so that you're dead like all the other salmon. Okay. Trust in the universe. Trust your deep knowing. Be the high priestess and understand in that, if you will. Let's get some magnetic poetry. I'm not clarifying because I don't want, this is a 46-minute reading. Holy shit, it went so fast. It went so fast. What do we got for magnetic poetry? Is this really happening? It's happening. Oh, you got a whole bunch of words. You got a whole bunch of shit. Wow. This is really happening. It's happening. I'm not going to make words. I'm just flipping them over. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, we got even an initial. Okay, all right, that's for you. Make that a little straighter. Okay, Pisces, thank you for your time and for waiting. And unfortunately, I understand you're the last sign in the zodiac. You also ending up with the last reading for August. I ended up rolling it into August instead of July, which means technically you're the third one for July, but I hope that you're well, and thank you for watching. All the best. Bye. Look at this reading. We're not scaremongering. Is this really happening? It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. Okay. All right. Bye.